y'all, it's Stream from where the yokels grown. As you can see, we are sitting in the garden outside enjoying this beautiful evening, listening to all the wonderful sounds of the summer evening. It is absolutely glorious out here, and it is no better time than to start a video and discuss planning your fall garden. Seems kind of crazy to think about. Here we are in July. 4th of July is tomorrow. This is Sunday the 3rd, and we're talking about starting a fall garden, but there is no better time than to do it right now. So if you all are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, I'm so glad to see you again. Let's get growing, y'all. Okay, y'all, let's first talk about what I've already sown. If you've been watching any of the videos, you would have seen quite a few, well, I think there's 2 videos where I had started different types of herbs and direct sowed a lot of vegetables. We're going to go over those really quickly, and then we're going to talk about what, if you are in Texas and your next or your last expected frost date isn't until November or mid-November, these are the seeds you need to be starting now and what you can go ahead and direct sow still in your garden in July. So let's go over those. So if you've been watching any of the videos, you know that I planted not tomatoes, I'm sorry, yes, I did plant tomatoes. I planted these tomatoes. These were tomato starts. I did not start these from seed. So if you're wanting to start tomatoes or restart tomatoes, go visit your local nurseries and see if they have any tomato starts. They may not have them until mid-July, but some of them might have some of the longer extended varieties. You just have to go or call and go and find out. So you still can start tomato starts, not tomato seeds. It's too late to start tomato seeds. I apologize for all the planes living in this urban area. I don't live at the airport, but I live close enough to be in their flight pattern. They fly over the house quite often, so you might hear several planes. So tomatoes, not by seed, but in starts. Go get you some starts. Things that you could be direct sowing right now are all of your melons. I direct sowed crimson watermelon, golden crown watermelon, and sugar baby watermelons, and I also did kohlrabi melons and tiger melons. I direct sowed those. I also direct sowed some bush cucumbers, so you could start those. Just when you're looking at the packets, make sure that from the time you plant the seed till it comes to maturity, that you have enough time between the time you plant it and the time just before your first expected frost date. That's the most important. Doesn't matter what zone you're in, your first expected frost date is the most important date that you need to be knowing. Okay, so some other things that I planted 5 different varieties of carrots. You saw the first 3 varieties of carrots that I planted, and then in the back I planted, I think they're called Danvers carrots, and some more little fingers. And then in Joey's little garden we're going to be planting some of those little, I think they're called Tanja. Oh, I can't remember the name, but they're little short fat red ones. We're going to be planting those in Joey's little garden, replanting his little kids garden. I also planted sweet corn, 2 different varieties of sweet corn. Again, the same thing with your corn. When you're deciding what you're going to grow, make sure that from the time you plant the seed to the time it comes to maturity, whether that be 60 days or 80 days, that you have enough time between now and when your first expected frost date is coming. I also planted beans. Most beans you guys are okay with. You could get them in the ground easily. I planted Jade, Blue Lake, Yellow Cherokee, Gold Rush, Royal Burgundy, and some more of the Dragon Tongues. I planted, and you can still plant the pumpkins too. Again, just make sure that it doesn't have like 100 days. You're looking somewhere between 60 to 80 days to maturity on your pumpkins. I also planted purple top turnips over here in the garden, and you'll get to see that here in just a minute when we do the walkthrough and talk about the plan of where everything's going. Okay, and then what I am starting from seed to go into the garden in early fall are all of my cabbages. I am planting Fairies Round Dutch, 1 kilo slow bolt, red cabbage, and Copenhagen Market, and Napa cabbage. I'm only going to plant 2 plants per variety, so I'm hoping that they take off fairly decent. And then broccoli, I'm going to be planting Romanesco. If y'all don't know what Romanesco is, it's that real pretty, I don't know if you'd call it a spiral, but it kind of looks like it's spiraling on top of each other and comes to a point, and it's that fluorescent green. Now, I don't eat those. I'm planting those to be accents in my flower pots for all of the fall garden, all the fall flower decorations in gardens. So look for that in the fall. I'm also planting purple sprouting broccoli. I am planting broccoli raw and a bell star. For cauliflower, I'm planting the purple Sicily cauliflower, snowball, and flame star. And I'm also starting my celery seeds. Those are everything that I'm starting. It's Sunday, July 3rd. I should have started them yesterday, July 1st, but I didn't. You know, such is life. It's 4th of July weekend, and a lot of crazy parties went down, and being out here doing a planting video probably wasn't a good idea. But that's a whole side note. But I will be starting all of those from seed, and then in about 8 to 10 weeks they will come out into the gardens, and again you'll get to see that plan. I haven't decided where my celery's going yet. We'll just have to see. I don't know, but I am planning a lot of it. Then in August, I will direct sow all of my beets. August 1st is my day I'm shooting for, and that is Early Wonder, Touchstone Gold, and Golden Boy. Sorry for the background noise. Such is my life in this urban neighborhood. September, I will be planting rutabagas, peas, lettuce, just one variety of lettuce, a romaine lettuce, kohlrabi. I'm going to do the purple Vienna, and then my first round of radishes, and I think I'm doing the French radish, the crimson. There was another small one that I was doing. None of those have more than a 35-day from seed to harvest. And then I'll do another round of radishes in October, and then come November I will also be planting elephant garlic in October as well. That takes about 90 days from the time you plant it to become a bulb. I didn't know that. I left them in the ground too long, you know, because I thought they were like regular garlic, being the first time that I had grown them. I assumed instead of did my research, and that's my fault. But I will be planting that garlic in October, and then November 1st I will plant out all of my other garlic. I think I'm going to stick to all soft neck garlics. I'm not going to do any of the hard neck garlics. Just didn't care for them, so won't be doing any of that. So that is the fall garden plan. So let's go look and see where everything is going and what the plan is going to look like in the garden, and kind of see some things that are popping their cute little heads out. For those of you who didn't catch the herb garden video or the tomato planting video, I will link those all down in the descriptions. Okay, so we talked about what I am planting. Now we're going to talk about where everything's going. So in this bed and underneath these tomatoes are parsnips, and that's what's in this bed. This bed right now has the melons in it. It has the golden top melon and the crimson melon. And as soon as all of those are done, this bed will probably rest. I don't know, I might plant some rutabaga in here, and I might plant some more carrots. We'll just have to see how it goes. Let's go up front. Oh, before I go any further, this little area back here, isn't it the cutest little thing? This is Joey's garden, and we'll be planting carrots, beans, and tomatoes back here for him. Before we close this video, look how beautiful these sunflowers are in this sensory garden. Okay, y'all, when I was telling you what I was planting and what you can plant now, I totally forgot that I had planted cucumbers. This is a bush cucumber, and you can plant those as well if you're starting a garden. Let's go up to the front garden. Most of these pots that are empty will actually be for my fall flowers. I won't be really planting a lot, except for in this big one right here. I intend on planting one of the big red cabbages in there, because if you saw where I was starting the fall flower seeds, the theme colors this year are purple, orange, white, black, and purple and orange. And so I'm going to be growing a lot of food that, you know, kind of goes along with that. Here is some more of the bush cucumbers right here. And then in this bed, this is where I planted the jaharadal or jaharadal, however you say it. Pumpkins are right here. And then in this, in the middle and over on the end, this is jade. And this one on this side is Blue Lake, and those of course will remain in there until they are done. Once they are done, I'm thinking, and just thinking, I don't know if it's going to be set in stone, I'm thinking I will plant some of my garlic in this bed in November. Plus we'll also have these grow bags that we'll be able to utilize once all the peppers are done too, but I'm probably going to do radishes in those. I don't think I'm going to do anything big in those. Okay, so we already have the corn planted. The back 2 rows are the early Banton hybrid. The front row is all of the on the deck sweet corn, and it's a hybrid from Burpees. And then we planted more. We planted dragon tongue right here, and this entire bed for now it will be carrots. Each carrot has a different time to maturity. Some of them are just 60 to 65 days, some of them are 70, 75 days, and some are 80 days. So those are all planted in here, and we got another succession that we're going to plant over here. These are right now are the tomatoes, but if you've been watching any of the videos, if these tomatoes don't bounce back and I don't see flowering come, you know, mid-August, I'm probably going to go ahead and take these completely out. And in this bed right here, this is where, ooh, guys, let me show you a really cool pollinator, if I can get her to land back down. I don't know if you guys watch any kind of wasp, but she is a wasp. She just flew by me. See if I can get her to land, but not on me would be great. Okay, well, she's a very interesting wasp, and it was only this year that they came in. She's solid black, and then on her back is a white stripe that goes right across the top of her butt. But anyways, this will be broccoli. This side will be broccoli. I know I said cabbage a second ago, but it will be broccoli. And then the cabbage, so the peas are going to go up the trellis. The tomatoes will be gone, and the cabbage, some of the cabbage, I can usually get 4 cabbages in here. Now I'm only growing, hopefully they both grow, I'm only growing 2 plants per variety of the cabbages you heard at the first of the video. So I usually can get 2 each in there, so that leaves those beds in the back taking care of the rest of. Okay, this bed until probably October will remain the same. These are 45 and 70 day tomatoes in here to maturity. These tomatoes are the same thing. They're going to stay till probably November, and when this bed is done come February, this will be my onion bed again, and this will be my garlic bed. So let me show you what we've planted back here. Some of them are popping up, and I'm probably going to have to reseed, because I think when we're watering, some of the seeds are moving around. But we have turnips right there. These will come out in the back, and we'll probably plant some more turnips back here. And then along this fence, I have planted gherkin cucumbers. Hold on, I gotta hide from my neighbor. I don't want him to see me out here, because they come up and start talking to me when I'm out here. They see me. Oh, he saw me. Thanks for hiding out with me, guys. Okay, so let me show you what's going on over here. So you can see a lot of the plants have finished off and they've been harvested out of this Dollar Tree. So I have this crazy idea. I'm thinking that in each little compartment, not in the same compartment, but I'm going to alternate them. I'm thinking I'm going to plant the white top turnips in these. We'll just see. I don't know yet. We'll see. Planted more beans, the Royal Burgundy here, the Golden Rush there, and the Cherokee Gold in the back. And back here, these guys are done. So I don't know if my finger's out of focus. There's 3 20-gallon bags back there. So I don't know yet, but I may plant my radishes back here, or some of the rutabaga and kohlrabi. I always say that wrong, kohlrabi. And of course, You saw the video where I planted up more herbs. Some of them are coming up. Some of them haven't shown up yet. Of course, here's the sweet potatoes, looking all kinds of crazy. Okay, and these ones, we have jade beans, blue lake beans, and when these are done, we will be planting, and these right here we'll be planting. I think I'm going to do more carrots. I'm not sure yet. And of course, this bed will turn into another garlic bed, but it's got a long ways to go before it's even ready. So that is the plan for the garden for the front. Hey you all, thanks for hiding out with me. My neighbors come out here and oh my goodness, they want to have a full-on discussion about everything that's going on in the neighborhood. You know, they're older and I've lived here for 20 years, and so I guess maybe they value my opinion on things. I don't know, but they always want to talk about something. But let me know down in the comments, are you guys growing anything this year? Are you starting your seeds? Let us know what you're starting. And if you would, if you're in another state other than Texas, be sure to put the state you're in and your expected last frost date. That way, if anybody in your state is reading it and they're new to gardening, they have that information on hand. That's very helpful information. And I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me. And again, thanks for hiding out with me in the garden. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. If you found some value in this video, give us a like with a thumbs up. Helps our channel to continue to grow. And again, don't forget to hit that notification button if you're new, because new videos are posted often like this and many others, and I would hate for you to miss anything. Until I see you in the next video, you all take care of yourself. You keep your heads up, and more importantly, no matter how you do it, you keep growing. Bye-bye, you all.